Hello everyone, welcome to the Taurus Total Lunar Eclipse Report. My tagline for this full moon is sit tight. The wave is about to pull us into a new destiny once we've released what we're clinging onto. You kind of imagine it like we're holding on to this like piece of wood in the sea and we're holding on so tightly, but the sea is saying to us, you are safe if you let go. We will take you to land. And at the moment, that's kind of where we're at. So I've got my paper, which was about to start rustling, even though I hadn't even told you I had it. So I've got my paper. So I always like to tell you, just so you know, if you do hear a bit of rustling, that is just me. But I will do my utmost not to rustle the paper. So let's get into this report. So we've got our full moon lunar eclipse on the 8th of November, 2022. It's at 3:01 Pacific time, 6:01 Eastern time, and 11:01, and this is all AM, UK time. It's at 16 degrees, and it's about balance, and it's about an opportunity, and it's linked to moving into our spiritual centers. And it's also bringing in this level of independence and love. Our full moon total eclipse is coming with a wild intensity roaring into our lives. This is a very fixed chart, as we have 6 signs that are fixed, shown and highlighted in the chart, right? I've highlighted before that when we are in an energy like this, it's really hard to move about, as fixedness is stubborn. It wants things its own way and it doesn't want to move. Now, if you think about the fixed signs, and this is actually in Taurus, and Taurus is the bull, and people say, oh, bull-headed and stubborn. The energy is very fixed. If a bull doesn't want to move, it's really hard to get it to move. And that's kind of highlighted very deeply in this chart. This kind of, no, I'm staying here. I'm not going any further. As I was saying, holding on to that piece of wood in the sea, not letting go, even though you've been given the chance to make something new, okay? It's a busy moon with Venus linked to love, Mercury, our planet of communication, Saturn, Father Time, Uranus, the awakener planet, and the nodes. There's a locked position due to this fixedness, but Uranus wants to break out and awaken us all from our slumber. You're going to be most affected if you have your planets, if you have planets at 12 to 20 degrees of any of the fixed signs, okay? If you're not sure what this is, there's lots of free charts online that you can do, and they will show you where your planets are and the degrees, okay, and the signs. What this is saying is it's a chance for us to make improvements on the Scorpio Taurus area, okay. As ever, there has been the case for a little while actually. Saturn's 18 degrees Aquarius, Uranus is 17 degrees Taurus, which is creating this energy of fixedness and freedom, kind of battling it out. There's, in a sense, this will be a struggle in the behaviour of the people and the systems. Think of it as something that needs to give. We've kind of had this for a while, and as I've said, this is cumulative, right? The charts are cumulative, right? This chart is not all of it. It's all of the full moons, new moons together, building up a picture. And we are in this energy of the new versus the old, and are we ready to throw some things out and create new energetic frequency? We're really in that energy, right? So I want to say that there is this push-pull going on because of the fact that we're in this last point where Pluto's in Capricorn, and it's sort of pushing us to take on the traits that can be given through that energetic frequency, okay? Now, more powerful than our usual moons, the eclipse wants you to let go and release with the brightness of the moon, letting it illuminate the changes and things that do not work in your life. This is strongly aspected with Scorpio Sun, highlighting that it's time to check out your shadow aspect. What haven't you released yet? What behaviour, trait or energy are you still holding on to that doesn't serve you? What are you holding on to? What do you need to let go of? It's an interesting full moon as because full moons are normally about endings, right? Yeah, they're about releasing something. and letting go. However, this is actually in the North Node, which is where we're going. Therefore, it's offering us a supercharged light to show us the way. Be ready to capitalize on this. Now, of course, the fixedness of this chart might make it hard to move. Therefore, I advise putting the thought on ice and using it to find out where you want to go and then move when the time is right. Okay, so put it on ice, get those ideas together, know what they are, and then move very gently when you can and it's ready to do so. So Scorpio Sun is asking us to notice where things are a bit shady, even underhanded in our life. What is lurking within your secret self? What's hiding? There's a power element here, okay? How are you using your power? Are you abusing it? Once you've ascertained what needs healing, okay, once you've got that from the depths of your shadow self, once you've ascertained what needs to be healed, what needs to be understood, what needs to be recognized, yeah, let the energy of this bright Taurus eclipse pull you out of all of it and into the gentleness of the mother aspect of Taurus. Because the Taurus energy holds that mother aspect, that energy of the mother, okay? Venus is sitting really tightly next to the sun and it's in Scorpio, which is highlighting relationship, okay? This means there might be things hidden that need to be healed. So you kind of getting the impression right here, getting the image here, right, of this what's hidden, what needs to come up, what needs to be healed. Is where we were and we're going into a space that's more illuminated, okay? Or what you just need to release. Is there something that is holding you in a sort of relationship stasis, or even in life stasis? Because what I'm seeing here in this chart, I'm seeing this very, very energetically, and the angels are kind of pointing it out as well, is that there is some kind of deep stasis that you've got yourself stuck in, that you've got used to, that isn't really doing you any good. You need to kind of break the chains. I've said this before, but remember that things get revisited through astrological movement and planetary movement, okay? That's how the angels teach as well. They teach with repetition, okay? So remember, it's asking you to be aware. This chart is asking you to be aware of the stasis points and what you're holding on to. That's what the fixedness is showing us. It's showing us in that fixedness what we are tightly holding on to and struggling to let go of, you know, that's what it's doing. Mercury is in Scorpio, opposing Uranus. So we have secrets and truth in opposition. There's a lot of opposition highlighted, as I've already said, right? So much opposition, okay? Watch out for surprises in your life, as there are things that are hidden from the surface. Remember, with the eclipse, this is tough to hold steady because it's an energetic vibration. It's very heavy, very high leveled. If you watch the eclipse report, it will kind of give you a higher and more information with regard to what that actually means, okay? Uranus wants to move forward. However, as I said before, Saturn is still holding Uranus back a little bit, okay? This is old father time saying, hey up, we're not quite there yet. Let's not rush ourselves. There's that thing with Saturn. Saturn can be a bit like, it sort of marks time. It wants things to be exact in an exactitude. And if you looked at in terms of system control, Saturn is the old order, where Uranus is the new order. So it's like, you know, they kind of struggle together. They're not great bedfellows, let's put it like that, okay? So I can't say this enough. This is highly charged energy, as I've just said. There is so much friction evident. And therefore, on a personal level, I would say, take it easy, allow the understanding to surface before you do anything. Because it's like anything, the moons will illuminate things to us, but we're not always, it's not always good to just jump. And remember, this is a release moon anyway, so it's much gentler. With release, it's always about being very gentle with your psyche, your body and your system. And when we're going into an intention setting spell, it's more about waking up and flowering and blooming, whereas this is more about furling in and seeing it from an internal perspective, yeah? Okay? So in this energy, make it a point of focusing on being in love energy, okay? And allowing yourself to know that this is a sense of readiness to bring things back together. Love can bring things back together, okay? In humanity, we've pulled everything apart. and we've kind of boxed things, we've labelled things, and we've separated them, okay? This full moon is highlighting that we're getting into a space where we can use and see interrelation of all things and how they work together rather than apart, okay? Be aware that Mars has gone retrograde. This, because it's in Gemini, remember it's in Gemini for a while up until next year, okay? So if you kind of remember that fact, so when I do the charts, remember where Mars is stuck in with Gemini, okay? It's gone retrograde, so it's slowing us down a little bit, okay? And it's slowed down the energy, more fixedness, more cannot move. And, it means that everything that we want to be forthcoming isn't coming quite yet, all right? So take what you know and do from there and allow the next part of the puzzle and the picture to come in a gentle way, all right? On a deeper level, you can allow Neptune to help you with creativity. And this can help you to birth something new in your life. Remember, now we're in, and not everyone's got seasons, but I'm talking about the UK, but we are in seasons. So whatever season you're in a kind of a process of starting that beginning process or birthing process for some of you. So pay attention to that, okay? As we're in a full moon and it's an eclipse, change needs to be assured, right? So, ensure you let go of anything you don't need before you begin a new step of creation of whatever's kind of opening up and bringing you a new light, right? For extra information, as I've already said, check with the eclipse report because there's a lot more information in there for it, okay? As I discussed in the eclipse report, I didn't even know that segue was going. It was a nice one, wasn't it? Our feelings are running high, okay? There's a high energy frequency here. And if you're sensitive, you are going to feel it. You're going to feel it no matter what you do, you'll feel it, okay? It'd be a good idea to allow yourself to rest a bit before moving forward and also to release any ending in your life that's still hanging around in your energy field, okay? Watch out for the potential of magnification. Just so you know, the next eclipse on the Taurus Scorpio axis will be May 2023, and it will be, that's the Scorpio one, and it will be October 2023 for Taurus, just for a little bit of information. Now, our release point questions. What hidden secret is it time to let go of? This is about ending. What endings that have happened in your life have not been honoured and released? This is a stasis point. Find a way to release it in this moon. Now that you have released, once you've done that first part of the release point, okay, what change is being highlighted to you from this space? Remember, you're not moving there yet. You're just going to ponder and record. As you do this, keep repeating the exercise of the hidden secrets exercise and use one ending at a time. So basically, with the what is hidden, and it's time to release old endings, okay? Do one thing, tell yourself, you could get journal, write it out, say I release this from my life, I let it go now, but do one thing at a time and keep doing that until you're ready to move into the forward moving energy. So there you go. And as I say, the actual eclipse report brings more information, which I would have put in this report. I've done it in that report. So if you need the extra information, because there's some really interesting points in there that will really help you going forward. And if you watch that as well, you'll learn a few things, because I did a few things myself and I actually explained those things and what they brought up for me, because I can't say the word. Eclipses bring up some form of catalyzing change and moving us forward. So I'd like, if you are interested, you to have a look at that, because it will give you more clarity on what's happening for you. Anyway, my lovelies, that is our full moon in Taurus report. If you've enjoyed it and you've got to here, I would love for you to subscribe. Please do, that would be lovely. I would be so appreciative. Also, while I'm here, if you are interested, I'm doing a free Earth Star activation, well, not really activation, meditation for the chakras, and it's a course that I'm running from the 20th of November. So if you are interested, you can go to my website and sign up for it. If it isn't on there yet, because it may not be, because I haven't put it on there yet as a course to sign up to, but just sign up to my mailing list. Everyone on my mailing list, as soon as it's on there, will get a message about it being ready and you being able to sign up to it. It's completely free. It's a 3-parter, and it will really help you right now in order to ground your energies in with the energies that we have got with all the astrological and planetary activity that is going on. Anyway, my lovelies, namaste. Do take care of yourselves. I am sending you so much love. Take care. Bye bye then. Take care. Bye.